So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saieed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. So we have a lot to talk about Trinidad and Tobago that happened today. But first, I want to give you a little update that's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. The breakfast shed vendors have again been instructed to vacate the waterfront property by April 30th, according to their financial advisor, Robert LaHunt. LaHunt described the latest development as unfortunate as a high-handed treatment of small business in Trinidad and Tobago. LaHunt confirmed that vendors were given an eviction letter by the Urban Development Corporation of Trinidad and Tobago, UDCOT. So viewers, 1 minute is safe for them to go in and work. Next minute, they had to leave the property. What is really taking place with the breakfast shed? What is really taking place? 1 minute they close down, 1 minute you come back, 1 minute you get eviction letter. It's all sorts of things, UDCOT needs to come out and clear the air on certain things. Another update for you viewers. Despite calls for consultation on TNT's push to join the Latin America trade bloc, the Trade Minister, Satyakama Maharaj, said he sees no need. The Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association has expressed that the move could place the local manufacturing sector in a disadvantageous position. So Trinidad and Tobago, listen to this now.
Listen, in business, you're going to deal with the hand you're dealt with. If that's what we have, that's what we have. But we can compete worldwide with anyone. I have no fear in competing with anybody in Latin America or the Caribbean. In fact, anywhere in the world, I have no fear.
Do you all intend to meet with stakeholders for consultations?
I'm not sure if we need what consultation we need. We are opening markets for our manufacturers. That's what we need.
So viewers, by now, everybody would have known what happened to my Range Rover this morning at 1:15. But before I go to myself and the incident that happened and what caused the incident to happen, I tell you something. People are going to be shocked, you know. But trust me, I want to tell you what happened to Trinidad and Tobago before what happened to me. Around 7:15 tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, I will talk about my situation that happened with the arson attack on my Range Rover. But first, listen this. This has been long overdue, where the words of Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander, as he delivers remarks at the launch of Trinidad and Tobago Online Arrival and Departure Card, the ADC system, on Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. The launch of the new digital platform forms part of the effort to modernize border management and streamline travel procedures for people entering and leaving the country. Alexander announced that the online platform will become accessible to the public on March 14, while the traditional paper-based arrival and departure card will be fully eliminated by March 17th. Listen to this.
Ministry of Homeland Security is pleased to announce the implementation of the Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform, which forms part of the government's ongoing efforts to modernize our border management system. The system will be fully implemented on the 17th of March. Again, on the 17th of March, at which point the traditional paper-based arrival and departure cards will be discontinued. However, beginning on the 14th of March, a couple of days from now, 2026, travelers will be able to access the platform online and complete their arrival and departure information before traveling. So on the 14th of this month, persons can gain access to the platform.
So viewers, the mayor of Lord Hill, Dennis Grant has honored Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar by officially proclaiming March 8, 2026 as the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar SCMP and Prime Minister of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The proclamation was presented to Persad-Bissessar during a diaspora event held on Sunday at Joyce Roti Shop in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. According to the proclamation issued by Grant and supported by Vice Mayor Richard Campbell, the honors recognize Persad-Bissessar's leadership and contribution to Trinidad and Tobago, as well as an influence across a wider Caribbean community. So we want to congratulate her viewers on receiving that proclamation in Florida, and congratulations to those who went with her to make it a success also. So viewers, the Law Revision Amendment Bill 2026 was unanimously approved in the Senate on Tuesday, with all 30 members voting in favor. This means the accessing the laws of Trinidad and Tobago could soon become easier and more modern, while legislation can be accessed online. Those versions are not considered legal authoritative. Now, Minister of Land and Legal Affairs Saddam Hussein explained that the largest bound volume are presented and recognized, or presently recognized as official versions of the law. Now, he said, the Law Revision Amendment Bill 2026 will change that, allowing verified digital copy to carry the same legal weight. Listen to this.
We are just going to make the laws of Trinidad and Tobago be made available online as official versions of the law. Mr. President, I could say that and take my seat, and I know I can get the support of this House. Currently, all of us, Mr. President, we go online, we download the versions of the law that are available online, but Mr. President, they are not the official versions of the law.
The bill seeks to make online versions of the country's law officially recognized, replacing the long-standing reliance on printed volumes. Hussein added that the move will save taxpayers millions of dollars.
These binders are expensive. The paper is expensive. And Mr. President, when I went into the Law Revision Commission, I started to inquire about this particular process. We make our laws locally. The Parliament, this is the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. But do you know our laws are printed abroad? Our laws are not printed locally. Our laws are printed abroad.
The Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Darrell Allaha, also stressed the importance of the bill, noting that outdated online legislation can deter foreign investors. Listen to this.
Because when investors come here and they can't get a clear view of the law, it undermines confidence in our legal system, Mr. President. And for 10 years, somebody on the outside looking in would wonder, we can't get a straight answer as to what the law is here. We have to go through all of these hoops and all of these hurdles to get an answer as to what the law is.
In other news, the government has not disclosed the specific outcome of Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar's meeting with officials from the United States Southern Command earlier this week. However, the Defense Minister, Wayne Sturge, in praising the Prime Minister for her efforts to boost the country's national security apparatus, blamed the previous government closer ties to Venezuela for the degrading of the country's security capacity. Sources stated that a recent discussion has activated the second phase of the administration crime suppression strategies, shifting focus to tackling criminal activity on the ground. Prime Minister stated that several projects have identified for implementation, but no further details were provided. Listen to this.
What is expected of a national leader is that the Prime Minister would engage with the population, engage with the media, and present the benefits, the details and the benefits to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. She also has the opportunity in the Parliament to make a comprehensive statement that can be then questioned and interrogated.
So Trinidad and Tobago, former Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Amy Brown wants government to be more transparent on this matter. Now, Opposition Senator Faris Al-Rawi have also stated that TNT engagement with the U.S. Southcom is nothing new. But what is new is the government's use of the back-to-back SOE as a crime-fighting plan. Al-Rawi says, if the government wants to truly address the crime situation, it must do so through strong legislation, which he notes requires parliamentary support. Listen to Faris.
When you're passing simple majority laws, it means that the severe mechanisms that you can use with a special majority are not included. I believe that you need to go to court with evidence. Catch and release is not evidence. You're catching it for 5 days, for 3 months, you're sending it to him, it's going to come back. That when I was Attorney General and when our government was in effect, the UNC did not support anything to deal with getting evidence for criminal courts. They did not support witness protection. They did not support whistleblowing laws. They did not support operations for undercover agencies. They did not support follow your money into tax and criminality. They did not support the Revenue Authority where you would find unexplained wealth.
So Trinidad and Tobago, Amy Brown is saying the government needs to be more transparent with the meeting. What is the do's, what is the don'ts, what is the action, how much is it going to cost Trinidad and Tobago, what are they going to put in place, is more army coming, is more technology coming, what to expect. Are we going to have ships around Trinidad and Tobago? What to expect from this meeting? We need more, according to Amy Brown. Faris is saying, if you want to fix the crime, nothing wrong. But go to Parliament, bring out stricter legislations, let's deal with it more firmly. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break. But call your friends, call your family, tell them locked on to Real Talk with Saieed or to go on Facebook. We're going to talk about the incident that happened at my compound on 14 Carolina Savannah Road when we return.
We'll be right back.
At Real Talk Studios, we dedicate our time to highlight the glaring issues we face within our community. Catch us live every Wednesday between 7 to 8 p.m. Real Public Concern. Because your concerns are meant to be heard. Send your email to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com. When life throws you a curveball and you need a clear path forward, trust Real Talk Wrecking Service to get you back on track. Whether you're stuck on a roadside or dealing with an unexpected breakdown, our 24/7 wrecking service is just one call away. Fast response, reliable towing, and a team that's got your back.
At Real Talk Wrecking Service, we don't just tow, we rescue. Real Talk Wrecking Service, your lifeline on the road to recovery.
Welcome to Real Talk Financing and Investment, a place where your loans are guaranteed and you're rewarded with up to 5% upfront interest on your deposit. Why wait when you can invest with us today and reap the benefits? Speak with a representative at our central branch at 238-6716, 231-6219, or 339-1670, or our south branch at 242-9944, 241-0543, or 339-1670. Real Talk Financing and Investment. Investment company just for you, for you, for you, for you.
Welcome back.
So Trinidad and Tobago, for years, I have been giving out loans to individuals in Trinidad and Tobago. For years, this is one of my business. Licensed money lender. I'm the president of Real Talk Credit Union. I'm the director of Real Talk Financing. I'm also a licensed money lender. And for years, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago from all walks of life, from all type of businesses, from lawyers to doctors, to Coast Guard men, to army officials, police officers, nurses, taxi drivers, you name it, has been coming to Real Talk Financing for loan, and we assist them. Once you meet the requirement, we assist you. And everybody who take a loan from us understand that after 60 days, your file will go to collection department. They will get in touch with a bailiff to come and seize your vehicle. Tonight I am very calm. I'm very calm tonight. So when you hear persons who know their vehicle are going to be repossessed, they will bring in their vehicle. We give them the option to bring in their vehicle, and or the bailiff will go look for their vehicle together with police. For years now, I have been highlighting persons and vehicle on my show. Not today, for years. All my staff knows that. And it's only one or two. There's one to play the ducking and hiding. But most of the time, or all of the time, I, Saieed, just put a price out into the public domain looking for information and recovery of the vehicles. So with information that are being passed on to us, the bailiff, together with the police, will act accordingly and seize the vehicle. Everything legit. No backdoor thing. No under the table thing. So after years of doing that with no threat from nobody, no threat from nobody, I recently highlighted, pay attention to me, I recently highlighted this individual. This individual, when he found out that bailiff looking for his vehicle, ducking, hiding, you can't reach him. When the office do reach him, it's one set of Nancy story. Now Trinidad and Tobago. After highlighting this individual, drop the Range Rover. After highlighting this individual and looking for this van, tell you first time in years this happened to me. First time in years. We're looking for this van, and we're looking for the individual to pay back a loan he borrowed or the bailiff repossessing the vehicle. Good? Nice. I want you to take a look now at what happened to my $700,000 autobiograph Range Rover. Look at what happened to it. Get hold the whole side. Look at what happened to it. That happened. Trinidad and Tobago, that happened approximately 1:15, 1:20 this morning. This morning. Look at my Range Rover. Burned down. Burned down, burned down, burned down. And this is the first time, very first time in all my years in finance business, this incident happened. The first time, show other pictures, other videos. The very first time, I got this video footage from a neighbor. Approximately 1:15, 1:20 this morning. Look at that. Look at it. Now Trinidad and Tobago. These are two men. These are two men. Come on to me, director. So viewers, this have never happened. I've been on TV for 9 years. And doing my job. And it's the first time I highlight somebody. And my Range Rover was burned down. Now, when I went to Sugarland Station, CID this morning, right in Sugarland here, the officer said, Saieed, you are custom parking your vehicle. It's years now you parking your vehicle there. Your Benz parking up there, your BMW parking up there, your Porsche parking up there, your Range Rover parking up there. 3 years now I had a Range Rover. Autobiograph. Fully loaded. Trinidad and Tobago is $700,000 for my Range Rover. $700,000. I have done absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I said I have no skeleton in the closet. I have done absolutely nothing wrong to get my Range Rover burned down. But after highlighting, throw back up the person. After highlighting this individual, my Range Rover was burned down. So presently, come back to me. Presently, the police service of Trinidad and Tobago is looking for that individual to assist us. Hear me clearly. To assist us in the arson attack of my Range Rover. Let me tell you something. When they came at my son, I made a statement. 3 blind, 1 dead. That's when they come at my son. With this incident, 7 Orisha Baptist spiritual leaders called me this morning. They all do spiritual work. Called me this morning. And all of them offer their, their sorry, their sympathy that an incident happened like this. Saieed, a man is do a lot for the public. You're standing up, you're fighting for the poor man, you're fighting for the middle class, you're fighting for the rich one. They said, we, Saieed, will do what we have to do. Meaning spiritual work to fix this problem. Let me tell you something. It's only when an incident happens to an individual, then administrators know how much connection that individual had. 3 judges contacted me this morning. 3 judges contacted me this morning to talk about the incident that happened. Trinidad and Tobago, you always hear me saying from time to time, I just do spiritual work. And I just do work for people local, regional, and international. Trinidad knows I have judge friend, lawyer friend, magistrate friend, police friends, doctor friend, nurse friend, taxi driver friend, fireman friend, coast guard friend, you name it. They come by me. You know why? Because of the fact that I do spiritual work. Because of the fact. 3 judges contacted me this morning to show concerns. One of them gave me $30,000. Remember when there was a police officer who gave out 800 and something tickets, and I believe Alexander gave him an award for giving out a ticket? This judge who contacted me, one of 3, gave me $30,000. And he said, Saieed, because of the fact that who you are in the public domain and what you represent, he said, I am giving you $30,000 to award now. To award, I want to say this the correct way. To individuals of TTPS. He said, Saieed, is not a bribe. You see, I'm going to tell you something. He said, when you hear officers do good, they need to be rewarded. We need to show them how do I say it? Gratitude. So Trinidad and Tobago, there's a person of interest. There is a person of interest. And police officers of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service are presently looking for this man that you are about to see on television again. Come back to me. Sometimes, this is the month of Ramadan for Saieed. It's a fasted month. It's a month where I thank God. Some days I might fast, some days I may not fast. There are people who call for hampers. And this happened to my Range Rover. Director, are you sleeping? This happened to my Range Rover. It burned down to the ground. Look at it. Look at that, $700,000. I work, sweat day and night to buy my vehicle for me and my family to enjoy. And look at the outcome of it. Look at the outcome of it. Go back to where you lighting the fire. Look at this. Look at it, Trinidad and Tobago. With the other videos. The one where we're trying to break the glass landing. Look at my Range Rover, $700,000. So presently, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, they are asking doctors and nurses from health centers, hospital, if anybody comes in with a burn, or first-degree burn, second-degree burn, to contact the Shoguners station or contact me. Look at that. This morning, trying to break the glass. Trying to break the glass to get inside the van. Look at that. This is on my compound, 14 Carolina Savannah Road, Shoguners. Today is a sad day for me. A sad day. And this is the month of Ramadan. For me. Look at that. When they couldn't get in inside the van, they couldn't break the glass. Look at the gas container. They couldn't get in inside the Range Rover. Range Rover lock and arm. So the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is saying to the health centers and hospitals, if anyone comes in with burns, inquire, question, ask, how they get it? What caused the burn? So look at that. Sometimes we ask ourselves, if doing good, good will follow us. Sometimes we ask ourselves that. And look at they're running. So tonight I'm also asking, today I was real busy today. I didn't have time to go to the neighbors on Carolina Savannah Road. Those of you who have, go back to your camera, around 12, I was informed they were patrolling in front of our building from around 12 o'clock last night to make sure that nobody was around, to make sure that they don't get caught, to make sure that they don't get gunned down. That was the outcome. So if anybody on the Carolina Savannah Road has video footage, look back through your camera from 12 p.m. last night. Today is Wednesday 11th. So you can go back on your cameras Tuesday, from Tuesday 11 o'clock. Tuesday would have been the 10th. Go through your cameras, those of you on Carolina Savannah Road. Feel free to send me video footage. 267-7325. There's our WhatsApp number. Remain anonymous. Send the footage. That's all I need. That's all I need. But tonight, Trinidad and Tobago, there's a $30,000 reward. When the judge told me that, I couldn't believe it. He said, Saieed, I am giving you $30,000. Give it out as a reward. You see, people doesn't know how people connected until an incident happened. And I always tell Trinidad and Tobago, I connected judges, lawyers, magistrates, seniors in station, superintendent. Because of the fact I do spiritual work. People trust me. I am a trusted soul. You know, it's sad. It's sad when I got the call this morning, said my Range Rover burning down. So I want to thank the officers at the CSI who was here this morning. I want to thank the officers of the Shogunas, CID who was here this morning also. Other magistrates, other arms of the justice system who would have reached out to me. I do want to thank them for reaching out, but the work now starts. The work now starts. It's sad. I just come here every night. Every night, educating, edifying, lifting us as Trinidadian and Tobagonians to know how to apply the law, to know what is right, what is wrong, what to stand for, what to rock back with. That is always giving charity. People of all different walks of life, all different positions and jobs coming for loan. I accustom highlighting individuals. We're looking for this person, we're looking for this vehicle. We offer a price on television. I offer that price on television for information leading to the seizure of the vehicle, where the vehicle is. Because I know when bailiff coming for a vehicle, some other time to hide it. But that's all right, that is hide from everything. But tonight, starting a different chapter inside life. A different chapter. A different chapter. Like I say, Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is looking for the individual who could assist. Who could assist? Let me tell you something. It's years I put in a vehicle and individual looking for information, you know. And one person I put up on my $700,000 Range Rover burned down. You triggered something different. I'm going to tell you something. Lost of $700,000 worth vehicle. That is what I lost this morning, Wednesday 11th. A $700,000 autobiograph Range Rover. The judge also told me, he said, Saieed, I want extra security. I know as a man is do spiritual work, that is why I in contact with you. That is why you do what you had to do for me. He was successful in whatever he had to do. I'm going to tell you something, money is not everything, you know. Sometimes you have money and you're still suffering, you know. He said, I know you will handle it spiritually. But physically, you see, this is the part where people don't understand. There's a spiritual side and there's a physical side. He said, physically side increases security in your building. So I've made arrangement with my people. Everybody's armed. So there will be extra security at Real Talk building. But I want you to understand, Trinidad and Tobago, the distance people just go. Now, this is the second incident that happened to me. One with my son almost being kidnapped, and this one with the Range Rover. It's sad to know. It's stinking sad. To know you're coming and you're standing up. And we have individuals who just want to break you down. So tonight I am calm. Had a lot of people call me today. A lot of people, from taxi drivers, truck drivers, doctors, lawyers, judges, magistrates. They couldn't done say side, what boy, we're sorry for what happened. Something just have me calm. It just have me calm. And I'm leaving it in God's hand. I'm leaving it in God's hand. You see, one thing I don't rush to do. I don't rush in. I will take my time. I will watch. I will analyze. And then I will come up with my solution. But the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has their job to do. And I have mine. But I just want to say there's a $30,000 reward. A $30,000 reward on behalf of our judge. I'm going to tell you something. $700,000 is not a little bit of money. I work very hard Sunday to Sunday. 13, 14, 15 hours a day. And for somebody who have no value to come and do that. To come and do that. But I'm calm. My spirit does have me calm tonight. Calm yourself, Saieed. Calm yourself. He's a man that do spiritual work. He's a man connected with people. In the justice system. In the police system. In the army system. In the Coast Guard system. A lot of people respect you because it is do spirit work for them. I don't afraid to say I do spirit work, you know. That born with me. I am not, you know, people say they are ashamed of what it is. I am not ashamed of talking about it. Right now, nobody knows how my heart is grieving. It's a sad day for me to lose an asset value $700,000. 3 years now I have that Range Rover. 3 years now. Tell you, when the officers in Shogunra see me this morning, they said, nah, boy, Saieed. When I told them what happened, all of them said, Saieed, leave it to the police. Leave it to the police. So I'm leaving it to the police. But there's a $30,000 reward. But I trust God tonight. Trust God tonight that I will get justice. That's what I trust in God in. So if your friends or your family, if you have a friend or a family knowing that their whole face is burnt up now, show back the burnt video. If you know your friends or your family or somebody in the village, end up with a whole face being burnt up, contact me. Look at that. Now Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something different. The person who emptied that had to be gas to blow up like that. Who emptied that gas, them didn't know what they was doing. Trust me, they didn't know what they was doing. Anybody know about gas? They will tell you how it explodes. Anybody. So clearly, those individuals who got that job, they didn't know. They didn't know how the hair scratch that blowing up in your face. They didn't know that. Imagine, this is month of Ramadan for Saieed. A fasting month. And this is what I got. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, I'm leaving it in the hands of God, and I'm leaving it in the hands of TTPS to do what they had to do. But there's a $30,000 to anybody. He said, Saieed, give out that. That's a reward. He said, you could tell them who gave you the money. He said, for somebody to come at you like that, they have no idea who they was dealing with. Trinidad and Tobago, it's sad. It's sad, it's sad. In 4 years, this is the second incident that happened to me. 4 years. I've been on television almost 9 years now. Offering the public a sum of cash for information leading to vehicle, finding vehicle. But tonight is a different night. Today is a different day. It's sad. It's sad. To know that, Saieed, you're coming every night, you're putting out for the public. You're showing them the right from the wrong. You're showing them how to be different in life, how to make it in life, what to stand up for, what to rock back with, what to just come and relax yourself with. You're doing a lot of charity, you're helping people. But I calm. I calm and I trust God. I trust God. I'm just glad that, probably let the video run. I'm just glad that nothing happened to the building. And with the grace of God, I will save back money again to buy back a vehicle. But I know after watching this video from security footage, I know that individual got some serious burn. And that also tells me that he's a novice. Look at that. You know how hard it is to watch a video of a $700,000 vehicle being burned down? So I hope they are smiling tonight. They are smiling tonight. But TTPS officers will be on the hunt. As I said, pop back the individual. They are looking for this individual who can assist them in finding some closure. Imagine, eh? Imagine that. 9 years on television. 9 years. And the only two incident happened to me, only two, was when they made attempt to kidnap my son, and this incident that happened Wednesday around 1:15, 1:20 in the morning. But it's sad, Trinidad and Tobago, to know that not only for me, but for individuals who work hard for what they want, who go out and make it, and to know some good for nothing, just coming and taking, or burning down, or destroying what you have. Do you know how hard it is to see your asset burn down? Do you know how hard that is? Knowing you have to start back all over again? You know, I want to thank Nazima, my High Court lawyer, for reaching out to me also. Also, my good friend Bimal. I want to thank the senior Sharona station who came to look for me this morning when the incident happened. I also want to thank officers from task force, from CIDs throughout Trinidad and Tobago who called me this morning when they saw it on Facebook, because they're accustomed seeing my vehicle parked in front. Years now I park in my vehicle on my compound. There's not nobody one. It is safe in my compound until I highlight one individual. One individual. I am not judging him. I leave that for the police. Said, what happened? How you get this? How a man like you who helping, who taking your own money and helping people, how you end up in this? Boss, I highlight a man owing me some money. He said, but you just always do that. I say, yes. He said, you just get back your vehicle, police just work with the bailiff, they're as good as recovered, you go sell it, you get back your money, you'll continue lending. And they label him as a person of interest. Not my words. But nevertheless, Trinidad and Tobago, like I said, tonight my spirit is calm, acknowledging that I will get justice. You know how hard I worked to buy that? Do you know how hard I worked to buy that vehicle? I didn't work 1 day and 2 days, you know. I didn't work 1 month or 2 months to buy a $700,000 Range Rover, you know. It takes years of work to save money, to just look at your sacrifice burning down because some good for nothing pests who collect a little piece of money to come and do you unjust. But I remember what the judge said. He said, Said, when I was in my problem, you helped me. And I know that the power that working through you will bring justice for you. A judge told me that this morning. I am thankful, nothing wrong with the building. I am thankful that nobody got hurt in the incident. But God is good. God is good. Trinidad and Tobago, it could happen to you. It could happen to any one of us. It happened to me. It happened to me. God don't sleep. He don't. And I know I will get justice. God never failed me yet. Never. And I'm proud to say that tonight. I'm proud to say that tonight. Again, I want to thank all the lawyers, the judges, the police that reached out to me from close and far. Thank you for showing your concerns, and thanks for the assistance that you are providing to me in solving this matter. I really, really, really appreciate it. Tonight I'm saying it publicly. I really appreciate it. So viewers, I'm going to tell you something. This incident, I am a strong person. It is not going to shift me in any way to stop coming forward on television and doing what I do. It is not going to stop me. This is my calling. And I am proud to be who I am today. Even though people must say, oh, Saieed is a voodoo man, you're this, you're that, I am still proud of it because that's the gift God gave me. That's the gift. But I know some bandit suffering from serious burn. Show back up the burn one more time. I know some bandit, some mother, good son. Some mother, good son. The bandit burn. I know somebody, good son, suffering from this. Look at that now, Trinidad and Tobago. Look at that now. Some good son. Somebody good son. But nevertheless, just remember, Trinidad and Tobago, there's a $30,000 reward. A judge says, look, I'm giving you $30,000. Put it up as a reward. Put it up as a reward. Catch them, pest on them. But I know the one in black. Trust me, your whole face, I sure your face burn up. I definitely sure your face burn up because you're a novice. Viewers, we're out of time for tonight. We'll be back here Thursday night for another live show. We'll talk with Saieed. Until then, good night.